Hey, what's happening, guys? Well, I've got my new video games monthly box, so I figure it's time for to get this half-assed unboxing over with for the month. So I got a couple of good ones, and remember, I've already seen these. My girlfriend makes me guess what they are. I rebox them and I reveal them to you. So again, very half-assed. I don't show footage of what I've got like a lot of people do. They put in a lot of work to how they present these. I do it live, so there's no really a chance for me to do that. So let's go ahead and see what I got. And I got some really good ones. And I don't know if they're psychic down there at Video Games Monthly, but they always seem to get me something that has to do with something I'm trying to complete. Like, I have little collections within my collection that I try to um, get done. Um, and it depends on what they are. So let's see. When I get to that one, I'll explain what that part of the collection is. And before we do, what I'm going to do is pull this up and show you just what the price range is for the collections you can get. You can go from three up, you can get 4 games, you can get five, do the power pack, which is what, 10 games, and then you can go up to 20 games for the mega box, you know, and you don't know what you're going to get. You can't, this is literally the screen. You can't window shop, you can't do anything like that. And it's kind of like a fun lottery to play once a month. I'm signed up for the three, and I only signed up for three of the consoles that I actually have out of what, four or five? Eh, yeah, about four or five consoles. I tend to only count the retro ones. But so I only subscribe for 8-bit NES, 16-bit Sega, um, PS1, and that's it. I thought about adding in PS2, maybe some Game Boy, Game Gear, just to kind of mix it up. But my main focus are on those consoles. That's what I really would like to collect for. And there's a lot of games that I have unfinished business with. Sorry, I'm always looking up at my shelf to see what I have and what I can reference. Um, so yeah, let's go ahead and get started. They're hitting me with they know I'm a sticker whore, so they included my unique little sticker. It's like a water bottle sticker or something, or maybe make a coaster out of it. But it just goes in the box. I collect them. And then the social card. This one, once again, they've sent me. I've gotten a one up almost every month, and so I'm technically getting 4 games, but only paying for the 3 box subscription. And it's if you post anything or what you got on social media, they'll you have a chance to get an extra game or maybe some other stuff too. I think they have some other promos that they base off of a social media post. But I do share these videos to my Facebook. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I do appreciate this. It always seems to be a PlayStation 1 game that's my extra game. So I usually get two of those, one NES and one Sega Genesis. So I always keep the NES and the Sega Genesis as my last reveal because those are my favorite. Um, so we're going to start off with this one. This actually helps me kind of complete a different kind of collection, not the one I was talking about earlier, but I do have part 4 and 2001 of Cool Borders, and they actually sent me. It's all shiny and glary in here. That's fine. Cool Borders too. So I like that they send me these. I think what we call them like special sports, specialty sports, where it's not like anything that has to do with a ball, like your extreme games, any kind of sport that like skateboarding, snowboarding, BMX, any of the off kind of sports. I really do enjoy those. So this was a really good send. It does help me kind of complete a lineup. So yeah, um, thank you for that one. Now this one is what I was referencing earlier. So, a personal collection that I'm trying to build within my already collection is in the bowling alley I grew up with, the one that was in my neighborhood. I'm trying to get as many games from that little arcade as possible because I'd like to do a neighborhood arcade theme. Maybe it'd be its own stream on a different night, or maybe I'd devote a whole month just playing the games that were in that arcade. But I got the Namco Museum 3, Volume 3. I still need 1 and 2. But what's special about this is it has Pole Position 2 in it. And that game is one of the games I've been missing. So this has Miss Pac-Man. This has Galaxian, um, Dig Dug, and I can't remember the other one. Um, but yeah, that I don't know what it is with them down there, but like a couple months ago, if you've been watching these, they sent me the Jungle Book for Sega, and that was perfect timing because I needed that for my month long tribute to my mom. So to get that, it's almost like they're sending me things they know I need, and it's great. And you can't go wrong with arcade compilations, especially when these are direct ports. They're amazing. I'll save the Genesis game for last. So with these NES games, I do supply my own sleeves. So this is my sleeve that's on there. They didn't send it like this, but I remember the first time I ever played the Bases Loaded. Um, I think it was Bases Loaded 2. I forget what my cousin had. He had a good little collection when we were 12, and I love these games. Like I know a lot of people don't think they're the best, but compared to the black box or the black label Nintendo produced baseball game, which is I don't know how that one actually made it on the shelf. And there was another one, I think it's called MLB. That one's okay, but I mean, this one, they actually, for the first time, look like real, as close to real baseball players, like their build. Some of them are tall, some of them, they look like baseball players. The pitching is fun. I think you're from behind the mound on this one, so you're looking at the batter. So I appreciate that point of view on a baseball game. And then when it cuts to like your usual baseball overhead look of the outfield when after the ball gets hit. But I actually like the Bases Loaded series, and so that one is actually yeah. I don't have any of the other ones yet, so that's the start of another series for my collection. So for the Sega Genesis one, I got actually a Sega Classic, and I like these games. And the controls are so easy they're hard. I played a little bit of it last night, and these are controls you can really overthink. And I've gone on to call them dolphin controls because it's Echo the Dolphin Tides of Time, and this is the sequel to the first one. And there's just something about this. I have this one also for a Sega CD, and that was the first time I ever played Tides of Time, but the first Echo the Dolphin, I get it. I got to go back and play that one. I have that one on a compilation for PS2. But I actually enjoy these games. They're kind of peaceful. They're nice little time killers. And even though you're a dolphin, you're in this beautiful kind of ocean setting with great soundtrack too, especially this one. Um, it's a really dark game. It's kind of like a horror game to an extent, but with dolphins. And I just think it was always kind of a unique idea to be a dolphin. Um, but yeah, that's my collection this month. Once again, I'm happy. They haven't sent me a game that I haven't found a use for yet, even if it is kind of directed more towards kids. I do have a purpose for that, and I'm always knocking something over during these. There went my phone. But yeah, every game has been. I can find a way to make it a hit for my collection. So I really do appreciate this one. Again, they don't reach out to me and ask me. This is not a sponsorship. I do a video for these, not because everybody else is doing them. They're fun to do. Yes, people like to watch people open boxes, so I do try to get in the algorithms that way. I'm not going to lie. But for fellow collectors who want to find a fun way to kind of get retro games without having to go out and search for them, but in a fun way, play like a lottery with it. Um, you really can't go wrong with this. This is what, maybe my sixth, seventh box. I got to go back and count the videos. Um, but yeah, I'm enjoying every minute of these. And every time it's like, great, it's a whole nother month before I get to open another one. But they come just right at the right time. So, yeah, that's the unboxing for this month. And I will be back next month to do these again. And don't forget, every Thursday I do play retro games at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So tune in. You never know when I'm going to put one of these games actually on my stream, and we're going to cruise through it. And maybe it'll bring back some memories for you. Or maybe I have a way of beating something that you're looking for. Like, I know you can Google anything these days, but sometimes it's fun to watch somebody else get past a part that you were looking to get past. It's almost like sitting in the same room with a friend that helped you out. So until next month, I will see you guys for the next video games boxing, August, September. All right.